I'm here with Nick Smyrnew from Honda Canada at the Toronto Motorcycle Show, and Nick's going to show us a few of the new bikes that they have on tap this year. One of them is the new 250. Nick, what can you tell me about the 250?
CBR 250 is probably the bike that's generated the most excitement this year. It's something that a lot of people have been waiting for. A lot of the 125 customers have been waiting for.
Right.
And
great step-up bike.
It's a fantastic step-up bike, and it's a bike that's offering more technology than I think most people expected. So, for instance, the engine is all new. It's not like you've taken an old engine or taken something out of a dirt bike and found it into this. It has a lot of fantastic patented technologies. The valve train is compacted, low friction everything. So low friction piston, low tension piston rings. The crank, the cylinder's offset from the crank for a little bit more efficiency on the power stroke and so on. It's incredible in the engine.
So brand new from the ground up.
Absolutely. And of course you can see the styling, right? Is something that's caught a lot of people's eyes. They've taken some of the elements from a lot of Honda sport bikes and put them together into a very tasteful package, and a very fancy dashboard, and well, the pipe can be a little controversial sometimes. I kind of like it because it's got the cover on it that can be replaced in the event of a tip over without having to replace a muffler. So.
Perfect. And you also have a revised 125 this year. So Nick, 125, best-selling bike in Canada.
Well, it's certainly the best-selling sport bike for some time. There's been a little bit of competition in the entry-level market over the last few years, but the 125 has certainly held its own. And this unit has addressed some of the issues that the customers have been asking us for. They wanted some wider tires and wheels, and they wanted a bit more style to it. And one of the things that's fantastic, in addition to the all-new bodywork, there's a larger fuel tank by about 30%. They've increased fuel efficiency. So claimed theoretical fuel range on this is, I'll just say, well over 500 kilometers per tank.
Wow.
I have one personally, and I have no problem, putting 3-4 hours in at a time, riding to Ottawa or something like that. So it'll do an amazing amount of things for almost an embarrassing price. The price has come down $100 this year to $34.99 with all the new features.
Wow, under $3,500 and you get on the road.
A new fuel-injected Honda sport bike.
Perfect.
So,
and speaking of new bikes,
this one is very cool.
This is brand new in North America, correct?
That's right. It's the CB1000, CB1000R if you want to be specific, and it's actually designed and built in Italy, and an incredibly popular bike in Europe. The engine started out life in the CBR 1000, and it's set up for a little bit more city use, right? So the gearing is revised again, and the engine characteristics are providing a bit more torque lower down than the double R would. Obviously, the ergonomics are less extreme than a full-on sport bike. Did you want to sit on it, Glenn?
Yeah, let's see how it feels.
You can see
so it is a nice sit-up position.
It is.